best all over the world now. We the champion all over the places. We want no war, only we need freedom. We keep moving, no going back. Let's join our hands together, move it all. Biafra is the land of promise. Yeah. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. All we want is our freedom. All we ask for is our freedom. We are not here to fight anyone. We are not here to war at anyone. We have come to call it purpose. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. We are the people, we never unity. We are the people with great nation. All we want is our freedom. No one can stop us. Let's keep on playing for freedom. We are the best all over the place. Wave the flag, wave the flag. And let me see it now. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Bless you, Nancy Nabigano. God bless you, Benjamin Madubu. God bless all the Biafra people. I mean, the funny people are ready, you know. Yeah. Eco music brings it. The original rap from Boro. Bring bang, 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 bang. Boom. Okay. Every day we keep on moving. We keep on moving forward. Every day we keep on moving. We keep on moving forward. This is our time. It's our freedom time. Every day we keep on moving. We keep on moving forward. My brother no going back. Every day me and the woman is a pray to God. Yeah. So one day we must every time I look up to the sky, what you are seeing our blessings are all over the Biafra land. We are back again. We are back again. Yeah. Make it give me my own, make you hold your own. Yeah. So me I don't want to again, no, not be by force, not be by force. Yeah. Way back again. Every day we keep on moving, we keep on moving forward. Every day we keep on moving, we keep on moving forward. This is our time, it's our freedom time. We keep on I got my help about the trust. I got about my rock. Never. Say no one marry again, not be by force. So it's just a simple mathematics. Make you do your own, make I do my own. No, we know they fight. Make you give me my own thing. Yeah. Yeah, the best every day we keep on moving forward, back on never champion, no one can stop us. Yeah. Keep on moving forward, keep on making way. Every day we keep on moving forward. Every day we keep on moving forward. This is our time, it's our freedom time. Every day we keep on moving. We keep on moving forward. My brother, no going back. You are my brother, my sister. Let's keep on moving forward. Biafra has come. This is our freedom time. Forward ever, backward never. God bless you, Nani Karo. God bless you, Gandhi. God bless you, Benjamin Matbu. God bless you, the motherland. One love.
Eziokwu.
Good evening, great Biafrans, wonderful people and beautiful people. Permit me to welcome you this evening. It is indeed a glorious evening, the one that Chukwu Kikabema have made. Today, of course, is the 9th day of January in the year of our Lord 2024. My name is Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha, and of course, this is Late Night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. And of course, I want to welcome you this great evening because it is the time for us to come together under this platform, Biafra Radio, where we worship Elohim, where we worship Chukwu Okikabiama. And of course, the things we do on this platform is very straightforward. Of course, what we do is we analyze news and information. And of course, even when you are away doing your business, when you are away in your bustling and hustling afternoons, and you come back in the night, there is no better way to relax before you go to bed than to listen to news and to know what exactly happened while you were away. And that is exactly what we are going to do this evening. And of course, we cannot continue without me asking you to share this broadcast, of course, to all platforms and invite everybody to join us this evening because we are going to preach this gospel according to the restoration of the sovereign state of Biafra. And of course, it is going to be indeed a great one. Today, of course, once again, is the 9th day of January, the year of our Lord 2024, and the time standing here at 10:21 p.m. in the evening. Of course, if you are hearing the sound of my voice and you are in Biafra land, it should be 9:21, of course, p.m. in evening. And of course, wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice, as long as you are on this planet they call Earth, and your time is telling you 21 minutes past the top of the hour, trust me when I tell you that you are hearing the sound of my voice live and direct. And of course, Biafra Radio is where you at. And of course, we have a lot, packed for you this evening. And of course, if my available this evening, Mazi Ichie Eziokwu, he is, of course, the coordinator, original coordinator, I beg your pardon, of Eastern Region in the United States. He will be joining me this evening, depending on his availability. And of course, he will assist me in terms of analyzing news and information. Of course, I will read the news as we always do. News, of course, pertaining to the issues and the things that are happening where we come from, which is Biafra land. And of course, not forgetting the zoo called Nigeria, because we need to also touch base to know what is happening. Nobody Ekwensu, but zoo called Nigeria. And these are the information, these are the news, and these are the analysis that I will be bringing to you this evening. As you can see, It's going to be a great show. It is going to be a bumper show this evening. Once again, it is Biafra Radio. And of course, this is Late Night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. So permit me once again to welcome you if you are only joining us right now. And I can tell you and I can assure you that you are in the right place because we are about to kickstart this show in earnest. And of course, we cannot do that without committing this program in the hand of Chukwoki Kabiama. We cannot do that without praying and inviting the presence of Elohim in our midst. And as we are praying, of course, we are remembering our leader Mazet Namdekano in our prayer. And I'm talking about the man who saw tomorrow, the man who founded this great and noble family, IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. Sometimes people keep wondering, why is IPOB still alive and breathing? Some people keep wondering, why is IPOB continue lasting strong? Because we are undefeatable. Our leader Mazen Namdekano, of course, built this noble family on a strong foundation. And I tell you, when I say strong foundation, it is the type that nobody, not me, not you, can destroy. Trust me when I tell you, because all of us here are just a vision carrier. We are invited to help our leader Mazen Namdekano carry this vision which Chukwoki Kabema have given unto him. And therefore, if you are not the person who has the vision, if you are not the person who has been called by Elohim, the person who has been called by Chukwoki Kabiama, you cannot destroy a vision which is not your vision. As long as you are a vision carrier, you will do your almost or rather ultimate best to ensure that this vision is realized, that this vision is actualized. And that's all you can do. And this is why IPOB continues to work strong even today, because IPOB was built on a solid rock, which is Elohim. And IPOB, that is guarantee. And of course, that is one thing I need to assure you. All right, permit me once again to welcome you. It is Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha, and this is the late night show here on Biafra Radio. And of course, we have come here, we have gathered before Elohim Chukwu Kabiama, that we will do the right thing, that we will restore Biafra, because this is our ultimate goal, the restoration of the kingdom of God on this planet they call Earth this evening. Therefore, permit me, of course, to request from you to please share this broadcast on all platform. That is the least you can do. Of course, you cannot listen alone. You need to invite others, invite your friends, invite even your enemies. They need to hear this gospel according to the restoration of Chukwoki Kabiama. Of course, that restoration effort we're talking about is the restoration of Biafra on this planet Earth. So we are going to pray. And of course, when we have prayed, we will take a quick break. And I will touch base with our brother and comrade, Mazi Ichie Eziokwu, all the way from the United States of America, of course, to assist me this evening in analyzing news and information. And of course, it all depends on his availability. You know, the time difference can be tricky sometimes, but I hope that he will join us this evening. Very, very important, because we have a lot of news we need to talk about. We have a lot of things we need to unpack and, of course, analyze for Biafrans, even to a layman's perspective, so that we can understand. All right, so we are going to pray as I promised, and of course, that is what we are going to do. Therefore, I urge you this evening to join me as we call upon the name of Chukwoki Kabiama, as we call upon the name of Elohim this evening to come and take control on what we are doing. Let us pray.
Allow me to worship Chukwu Biama on behalf of the entire family listening right across the length and breadth of this very planet. Umu Chineke, all of you who are ordained, all of you who are destined to perform wonders, I welcome all of you. Now, I will present you to Chukwu Biama in heaven. Therefore, our Father who resideth in heavens above, looking down upon us, was ruled by those who has gone before us, that a day will come, children of darkness will congregate to prevail against your children. That time is now. We are in pain. We are in so much suffering that man cannot begin to comprehend it. We ask for your mercy. We ask for you to come and present and provide a way where there is none. We ask you, Chukwukika Biamaka, if we came amara n'ime ndụ ụmụ gị niile ndị IPOB n'ebe niile dị iche iche ruo ebe niile ụwa sọtụrụ ka ịdị mma gị na ebere gị biko gbaso ha ụbọchị niile nke ndụ ha. Ọkwa asụsụ eluigwe. We call upon you this evening. The vultures are congregating. The saboteurs are rising up. We are beginning to identify them. And we are dealing with them. We ask you to give us the strength. We ask you for courage. We ask you for every ounce of determination and resoluteness. Make us as hard as steel, as only you can do. Baptize us in your word, in your knowledge, in your truthfulness, and in your strength. Make it impossible for our enemies to come close to us. Destroy them before they come very close. We will be tempted, of course. Our defenses will be tried without a shadow of a doubt. Sometimes there may be breaches, but in the end we prevail because that is your word and that is your promise. This evening we hold on resolutely to that very command of yours. Your own spoken word. The word that you gave to your children when you said to them that they should not worship any idol, they should not bow before any graven image. We have made mistakes in our lives. We have bowed before European idols. We have done everything but worship you in truth and honesty. But now, having realized the errors of our ways, we present ourselves before you. That you may know what, because so it was prayed thousands of years ago. That same prayer will re-echo because we are nothing without you. We are nothing without you. We can have the best defenses in the whole world. We can procure the finest anti-jamming equipment available. But it is you that will defend your inheritance. You will defend Biafra. You know that we are honest and truthful people. You know that we preach this gospel in the knowledge that your children must be free in the land of the living. That they may go back and worship you in Zion as they have done thousands of years ago. This is our prayer, now and always, because we are your children. You can't abandon us to the forces of evil and darkness. That is not your will. And it can never be. That is why today, tomorrow, and always, as you have called us to undertake this very monumental and epic task, as you have determined that your word must be preached in the land, that very land you gave to our ancestors thousands of years ago, so shall it be done in our lifetime. Allow us to be worthy to serve thee. Chukwu Biama, allow us to be considered worthy to serve you. You know we speak the truth. Our enemies are liars. They are cheats and they are killers. They are bloodthirsty bastards, all of them. All of them bar none. They have brought their lies to bear upon all their dealings. Their tongue is very spiteful. against those of them who are righteous before your sight. Please don't allow shame to befall your children. Don't allow shame to befall your name, because we answer your name, we bear your name. That is why today we make this very prayer in the sure knowledge that Biafra will be restored as your own kingdom upon the face of the earth. That you will be worshipped every blessed day of our lives, as our children will do, and so will their children. Until time everlasting, we have prayed in your name. Ichie, Ichie, Ichie.
Is a prince. No, he's a princess. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. You are the people, the great nation. You are the people with love and unity. We are the best all over the world now. We are the champion all over the places. We want no war, only we need freedom. We keep moving, no going back. Let's join our hands together, prove it all. Biafra is the land of promise. Yeah. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. All we want is our freedom. All we ask for is our freedom. We are not here to fight anyone. We are not here to war at anyone. We have come to collect what belongs to us. All we need is our freedom. And no one can stop us. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. We are the people, we love our unity. We are the people, with great nation. All we want is our freedom. No one can stop us. Let's keep on playing for freedom. We are the best, all over the places. Biafra the promised land. Wave the flag, wave the flag, wave the flag. And let me see it now. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag on.
All right, good evening once again, and of course, we welcome you back. It is Biafra Radio, and of course, it is late night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha. I don't know if my brother can hear me. Let me try and see if he can hear me. Mazi, Ichie, Eziokwu. I don't know if you can hear me, Mazi. Mazi, can you hear me? All right. He cannot hear me. I think we are having a connection error. Let me see if I can get him back online, because we're about to kickstart the show, and of course going straight into the news and analysis. And of course he will be helping me to analyze the news this evening. Mazi, can you hear me once again? Good evening. Mazi, can you hear me? All right. We are having a technical issue. Mazi, can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, can you hear me? All right. It is a technical issue, and of course, we are working to see how we can get it resolved and sorted out. I'm not sure why he cannot hear me, but of course, I think I heard a bit of what he had to say. But let me see if it will connect again. Mazi, can you hear me now? Good evening.
Mazi, I can hear you loud and clear.
Thank
Good
you
evening.
very much, Mazi Ichie Eziokwu, to the show. And of course, it is late night. If you are joining us this evening, joining me this evening, or rather, my guest tonight is Mazi Ichie Eziokwu. And of course, he is the Eastern Region Regional Coordinator in the USA. I hope I'm getting that correct. And of course, I will allow him to greet Biafrans. And after he has done so, we will go straight into the news and analysis. And of course, what I will be doing is that I will tell you the news that I have for you this evening. And he also will be listening in the background, and I will need his input and analysis with regards to each and every news I will bring out this evening. Mazi, good evening and welcome. Please go ahead. Biafrans are listening.
Good evening, Mazi. Good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever you are domiciled. I greet you, great Biafrans, and may God continue to guide and protect each and every one of us. My name is Ichie Eziokwu. I'm the regional coordinator of Eastern Region in United States. I greet you all. Ndewo. May God bless you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Mazi. I know that the time difference is not kind to us, but we really appreciate you making out the time, of course, to join us this evening, because it doesn't matter wherever you are in the world, we all revolve around Biafran time. Unfortunately, so this is how it is. Okay, without wasting time, Biafrans, we will go straight into the news and analysis, of course, bringing you update with information, or rather what is happening in Biafra land, and of course in the zoo called Nigeria as well, because we are still in that contraption at the moment. And of course, some things that happen there affect us, and it is our duty and responsibility, of course, to update our people. So let's go straight to it. There is a press release, of course, which was released on the 8th of January 2024 by our own barrister Aloy Ejimako. And of course, he has a lot to say after his visit, to our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then, of course, he wrote this, and I want to read it. And of course, Mazi Ichie Eziokwu will come in and tell me what he think about it. So this is a press release of the 8th of January 2024 from Mazi, or rather Barrister Aloy Ejimako. And he said, to all media, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu decries strange delay in transmitting his case file from the Supreme Court to the Federal High Court. So basically what he said is, they say that they are moving our leader's case from the Supreme Court to the High Court. But up until today, the docket, if I may call it so, has not yet been transferred from the Supreme Court to the High Court, which means our leader is just waiting, not knowing when he will have a date in court. And of course, this is part of their delay tactics to keep our leader in jail for as long as they want. During my routine visitation with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, the 8th January, which is yesterday in Abuja, our discussion centered mainly on the persistent failure of the Supreme Court to enroll its 15 December 2023 judgment on Kanu's case and transmission of the case file to the Federal High Court, as was ordered by the court on said 15th December. This delay is unusual and thus unacceptable to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and he strongly condemns it. In case where Kanu has been in detention for 2.5 years, and it is in public and judicial knowledge that he is grievously ill, one would expect that it should not take almost 1 month to certify the judgment and transmit the case file to the Federal High Court. And from what we are hearing, it might as well take over a month. Contrast this with election petition cases where judgments are readied and certified in a little as a day or two and made available to parties. In particular, given the fact that Kanu's case cannot go forward without his case file being physically transmitted to the Federal High Court, and the judgment therefore or certified. Any prolongation of taking this test becomes legally injurious to Kanu, as he continues to be detained without any immediate prospect of trial and exoneration. Accordingly, and by this press release, we strongly urge the judicial and the administrative leadership of the Supreme Court to take prompt steps to transmit Kanu's file to the Federal High Court and make certified true copies of the judgment available to his lawyers. This is what the justice of the case demands at this point in time. Signed, Aloy Ejimako Esquire, Special Counsel to Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Ichie Eziokwu. I don't know if you can hear me.
Loud and clear, my brother.
Please, can I get your input on this dire situation? Please go ahead.
Oh, well, it's an unfortunate situation that we found ourselves, whereby a very high-profile case of our great leader, Nnamdi Kanu, is not being treated right. It's unfortunate because it's not even the first time that they do this. They know how high-profile this case is. And this is a case which they should have taken very, very serious. I remember when this criminal that was killing our people in the southeast, so-called called himself a police officer, that is not worth even mentioning his name. His case was handled as if it was as if the guy was a politician, and now they've released the guy on bail, and I see no reason why our leader that have not done anything will not be released. I don't understand why these people are like this. You know, nothing is something as important as this that can make especially the southeast have peace and peace reign in southeast. I see no reason why they shouldn't be up and doing. I don't know why they will keep Mazi's case till up till now, not even to the extent of not transmitting his file and to the appropriate courts, which they've already, which the Supreme Court has already ordered. So I don't understand why they are still doing these delay tactics. You know, it doesn't really pay. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't. If they really, really, really want peace, why are they doing all these things, knowing fully well that Maz is not feeling too good? In the clock backward, they don't like peace. Look at the way Nigeria is now. Nigeria is in a dire need of rescuing, if I may say so. It is terrible what is going on. It's just terrible, and I wish and I pray they do the right thing and stop wasting our everybody's time, because what they are doing is they're wasting our time for no good reason. They were my brother.
Thank you very much, Mazi. And of course, in a follow-up, comments, and of course, get your opinion as well. I think it was last week, the governors of the Southeast gathered. They said that it's a homecoming for the deputy, House Speaker, and also a project of peace. Even Hanese were there, they were dancing, the Hausa were there, the emirs were there. They said that peace has returned in the Southeast. They even released pidgin. Now, I keep asking myself, how can people be so naive, stupid, and mad at the same time? You say you are calling for peace, and Nnamdi Kanu is still incarcerated, and you people are doing whatever it takes to ensure that he does not smell freedom. And yet you come to the Southeast in the name of peace projects. I don't understand. These people are really preparing the Southeast for the onslaught. I don't think what they have seen in the past is anything to go by. What is going to befall that part of Biafra land if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not released? Because we cannot continue to hold our people or to tell our people, don't go out on the street, don't do this, don't do that. And they were dancing, throwing pigeons. What kind of madness and the kind of people we call elders and leaders do we have in Biafra land? Mazi, can I get your opinion on this, please?
You see, these so-called leaders and elders are living in illusion. These people, I don't understand the kind of elders that have sold out their own people. Elders that fail to understand that it is only but 8 years that they will be in office. That so-called governors, foolish ones for that matter, they don't really care about their own subject. Well, let me not call them. Let me not call our people subject. They don't care about their own people. You know, they don't care. If they care about their own people, they know that the only thing that can make peace return in South is releasing our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the only way peace can return. Well, whereby they keep doing all these things and keep practically just deceiving themselves, they are just deceiving themselves, not telling themselves the truth. And when you don't tell the greatest thing you can do to yourself is to lie to yourself. When you tell yourself the truth, there's a ton of things you can avoid. But when you don't tell yourself the truth, that means you're equally looking for more and more trouble. And that is the reason why in this struggle, I have decided that no matter who it is, I will confront that person and tell the person the truth, no matter what. But unfortunately, the so-called leader is not even only the so-called or Ahmes or the Southeast governors, so-called emirs, and the rest of them. I will digress a little bit by adding all these so-called entertainers, so-called rich Biafrans that do whatever they like. I don't know that they don't know that their lives are in danger. I tell you, without Biafrans, without IPOB, or without IPOB coming out, or Mazi coming out when he came out, by now they are all of their names will be sorry. None of them will be able to sit or do anything, or even celebrate their Christmas or New Year. But unfortunately, everybody now is looking and keeping quiet, and things are happening. But I trust that when the time, if they don't release Onyendu, let me leave it at that.
All right, thank you very much, Mazi. And of course, if you are joining us right now, it is Biafra Radio, and of course, let's Ikechukwu Onuoha. And of course, I encourage you to share this broadcast to all platforms, because we are talking serious issues here and we are talking serious matters. Let me tell you something. We will not guarantee whatever that it is that can happen in that land, because people are angry. And when people are angry, you cannot hold them. They are saying peace, but as a matter of fact, they're actually, putting fire in a petrol. That Southeast is like a time bomb, and it can blow anytime. That I can assure you. The more you continue to hold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu incarceration, incommunicado, thinking that peace will return in the Southeast, that is a big waste of time. All right, moving along, as they are busy holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for doing absolutely nothing, Tinubu's brothers and sisters are busy. They are busy ransacking the treasury of that Zuko Nigeria. And that takes us to this news. 585 million scandal. 508 million Oh, we go magic and scandal. 4 things you need to know about the allegation against Tinubu's minister. This is Tinubu's personal minister helping herself with the Zoom money. In the last 48 hours, the media has been awash with the report of an alleged 585 million scandal by the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Alleviation, Betta Edu. Trouble started for Edu when a leaked memo dated the 20th of December 2023 to the Accountant General of the Federation requesting the disbursement of 585 million meant for grants for vulnerable groups to a personal account surfaced online. Daily Post highlights for 4 things Nigerians should know about this scandal. Edu didn't deny paying 585 million into a private account. Minister Betta Edu confirmed that she authorized payment of 585 million into a private account owned by one Onielu Bridget Mojisola, the Yoruba, helping themselves out. Mazi, they are busy stealing money, but somebody who did nothing, they left him in incarceration. And of course, Yorubas are saying, this is our turn. Let's dry the treasury of the zoo. And our own people are jumping up like headless chicken. Peace, peace, peace. Please go ahead.
Mazi, what will you say about a continuous government that are all criminals? Have you forgotten when the one that called herself, I think she was in charge of this disease that was in town that time, COVID, and I said that she used how many billions to feed children that was not in school. What happened to her? Nothing happened. Nothing. So it's a continuous process. It's a continuous stealing process. That is what they are doing. Nigeria is a gone state. What they are doing now is just they are patching. They are patching, knowing fully well that this country is gone. But what would you? They are just lying to themselves. Because if they are not lying to themselves, look at what is going in the north, in the middle belt, rather. All the whole Boko Haram criminals that they had in the office, didn't they release them? They released them, put some of them in the military, put some of them in custom, put some of them in immigration. What are we talking about here? They are, well, that is what it is. Eat and let me eat. That is what they are doing. They are not there for anything good for anybody. They are there for their own pocket. Tinubu did not get there in a proper way. We all know he bribed himself into the office. So what will you say when others are stealing? You can't say anything because it's just mere continuation of ndoshi. So let us. It's unfortunate, but what will we do? That's the reason why we're asking for Biafra. In Biafra land, none of this will exist. If you eat our money, we know where to place you. But with this government of their criminal, government of the criminals for the criminals by the criminals, how do you expect the common man to survive in this in the rural area? It's not possible. They can continue stealing as usual. So it is my turn. It is their own turn. Let them keep stealing. But unfortunately, it is harming our own people. That is why sometimes I still say it is our own people, Biafrans, that is still holding Biafrans. Because under normal circumstances, in 2 weeks, if everybody stays at home, that's total lockdown. let our people say, okay, we're not going anywhere, including the people that is in the north, in the west, everywhere. I remember when it happened during Mossop era. Then I was in Lagos. Everywhere was shut down. Nobody was doing anything. The economy nearly crumbled. They came and they started begging him. So our people are still holding us down. Yes, it is not easy, but you just have to do one thing to get another thing. If you don't sacrifice, there is no way on this earth you will be able to survive. We are in the United States. People sacrificed for US to be the way it is today. But no. Yeah, we thank our people for the little one that they are doing, but we need more from them. We need more from them. When the time comes, can they stand? Can they be able to do the right thing? We know that these people are just thieves. Don't worry, this one is just more. More is coming. More is coming. They were my people.
All right, thank you very much. And of course, our brother was asking, what did Tinubu say? And I'm here to tell you what Tinubu said. And of course, that is the way to say it by anybody who is accomplice to anything that is going wrong. Tinubu says, rather, Tinubu orders probe investigation. On Sunday, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu ordered a probe into the allegation and vowed to punish those found guilty. And that is the end you will ever hear about this matter. Close. And that is the zoo for you. All right, let's move along. And of course, we come to this news. We are actually trying to rush this updates because by 12 midnight we will be doing something on our platform, so we need to finish up very quickly. All right, exposed how discovery of tin ore in Plateau community allegedly linked to terrorism killings. Why am I bringing up this news? They keep discovering stuff in the north, in the west, and we in the southeast has nothing to do with it. And neither will we gain anything from all this discovery that is coming up in the north as well as in the west. But everything that we have in the southeast is for the whole zoo called Nigeria. They say that Jigawa, you remember about Jigawa oil, this whatever oil, Niger Delta oil, is Jigawa oil. You know, they claim everything that we have. Exactly. You remember that saying, but now they are busy discovering things. And these things has been there. Trust me, even gold, everything is right there in the north and in the west. But because of their greediness, because of their hatred towards us, their eyes is feast on our oil. They are so lazy that they cannot explore to find what they have. But now, somehow, they're beginning to discover. Now, the question is, does this tin ore, which was discovered in Plateau, also belong to the southeast? Absolutely not. You will not learn. They will come to your land, they will kill and steal your oil. But when they begin to discover their own, you don't dare come near it. Let me read a bit of this news. And of course, they are continuing to kill each other about this discovery. It says, how discovery of tin ore in Plateau community allegedly linked to terrorism killing. Findings by Newsweek Nigeria reveal that the value of tin ore stands at staggering $25,700 per ton. I'm talking big money here. I'm not talking that useless naira, but we're talking about the United States almighty dollar. 25,700 per ton of tin ore, raising eyebrows about the lucrative nature of this mineral resource by J. Clifford O.J. All right. Tin ore in Plateau community allegedly linked to terrorism killing. Nigeria influencer, very dark man, shed light on a shocking revelation during the recent visit to Boko's local government area of Plateau State, besieged by Fulani terrorists. His discovery of tin ore in the area has sparked concerns about its potential connection to the ongoing killings. Advertisement finding by Newsweek Nigeria revealed that the value of tin ore stands at a staggering $25,700 per ton, raising eyebrows about the lucrative nature of this mineral resource. Now, the thing is, they have discovered it. There are syndicates, there are mafia, but the bottom line is that they are helping themselves within their own asses. Now, tell me, will Ifan Yoba, the likes of Ifan Yoba, the likes of Innocent, and the likes of Atoeze, would they go there to have a share? Absolutely none. Even the one in your own land, the oil. None of you have access. You're all boy helping those who have oil well to sell their oil. Mazi, please help me on this one, because it is indeed disheartening to know that these people continue to take us for a ride while we do nothing about it. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mazi, will you blame them? You won't blame them now. Is it today that they've been doing all those things? We know that all these their mineral resources is not being shared with the whole Nigerians. No, it's not today. After all, in Zamfara there is gold there and some other mineral resources. But the governor that was mining the gold and the people, they said it is not Nigeria gold. That is Zamfara State gold. The likes of Asari Dokubo. That I don't even know. You know, the likes of him. I don't see him talking. But when it comes to insulting,
and the Niger Delta oil belongs to Jigawa.
Yeah, it belongs to Jigawa. When it comes to him to say something regarding all those things, they keep mute. But what he's interested in is attacking Biafrans, attacking Indibu every time. This is the height of the stupidity we are talking about. Insensitive, foolish, lack of reasoning, lack of using their tympanic membrane, lack of doing the right thing. How can your own oil be theirs? Until we fight and get it out from them. You know, that's what the guy said. We'll fight and get it out from them. If not, the oil in Bayelsa, the oil in the River Nile belong to Jigawa. But their own, all the whole mineral resources they have belong to them. You know, this comes back to foreign influence. These are part of the problems. There is a lot of foreign influence in all these things. That's the reason why they try as much as possible to make sure there is no peace. Because once there is no peace, nobody asks questions. Once there is peace, people start asking questions. But unfortunately, look at all the killings that is going on. You know, it goes back to whatever goes around comes around. Because if they had listened to Ojukwu initially, not helping the Fulanese and the British government to kill our own people, by now all these problems wouldn't have arisen. By now they would have been enjoying their own mineral resources. But no, it is always us every time losing our lives, sacrificing ourselves on the altar of one Nigeria. It doesn't make sense. You see, you know, sometimes I just say to them, and get out. You know, there was a time I said on when our radio, the other radio was functioning well. I said the eyes we see, but the mouth will not be able to say what is going to happen in the north. The things that is good. I said that time that the thing that is going to happen in the north is going to be smidgen to what's going on then. But you see, that God has a way of punishing people. You think you're killing others, but on the second thought, like you're pointing others, but those three fingers are back at you, pointing at you. So it's unfortunate what is going. People are losing their life, and you think the government cannot stop it? The government can stop it if they want to. You bring all their armies to come to Biafra land and start killing and telling our people to raise up their hand when they are coming out of their particular place. They tell them to come out, disembark from the bus, and they will tell them to walk through and all those stuff. Intimidation of the highest order. But Abasioso Agoma, because the day all these things were bust, I swear, no politician. No, you see, the one that happened of recent, I mean, let me say, early last year. Was it early last year or before early last year? That one is small. NSACS. The day it will erupt again, no politician will escape it. No politician will escape it. Including all these ones that think they will fly from their house and Batata somewhere else. Let us watch and see. If they don't put things right, they are slaughtering people. Boko Haram are slaughtering people, but they have their own army here. They have their own army in the southeast, and they are killing people in the southeast, fighting the people that is not fighting them. Whereas Boko Haram is slaughtering hundreds in a day. Come on, man. What are we kidding here? Like Abacha said, and any insurgent that lasts more than a day or 1 week, that means the government hands are in it. Of course, they know what they are doing. How can you have a Boko Haram as the second in command? Someone that is sponsoring Boko Haram and everybody knows second in command, and you think there will be peace and equity? It's not possible. No, my brother.
All right, thank you, Mazi. And of course, we'll take a quick break because I want to release Mazi very quickly, but I will take just a quick one, probably a minute or two break to the last news of today, and I will get Mazi's input, and then of course we will bring this program to an end. This is how we want to do it this evening, and of course, please don't go away because we will be right after this.
They call me the things I don't come again, you know.
And the tones the fiddler.
I promise to the success. And the microphone. You don't tell when we the fight for this freedom. You don't tell when we the fight for this freedom. All we need is the referendum. 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 Tell me what to do, tell me what you do, tell me what you see, tell me what you see, tell me what all we talking about the referendum. And if I see, I never go for long. Because for love. Back in the days, you know what's up. But because of Guru, the focus you come out. I remember when my about to wow, then spend so much money just to chocolate. Indeed, sugar. Success, mama, typically go man. You don't tell when we fight for this freedom. You don't tell when we fight for this freedom. All we need is the referendum. 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 All we need is the referendum.
All right, welcome back. And of course, just like we promised, we are back and we are almost coming to the end of this program. We just have one more news to spare, and then of course we will be out of here. So I'm going straight to what we have on the news. But let me confirm if Mazi is still there. Mazi, are you still there with me? Please confirm.
Yes, I'm here with you.
All right, sweet. So we are moving along. It is still Biafra Radio. That's where you're at. And the time is 40 minutes past 11 p.m. in the evening. For those of you who are in Biafra land, it should be 14 minutes past the top of the hours, wherever you are hearing the sound of my voice live and direct. And if your time is saying 14 minutes past the top of the hour, I want to assure you that you are hearing. For the interest of those who probably are joining us right now, we are bringing you news, information, and analysis. First of all, we read about the press release which was released by our Barrister Onuoha to all media, whereby he is of course relaying the lamentation of Onyendomazi Nnamdi Kanu with regards to the delay in transmitting his case file to the from the Supreme Court to the High Court. And also we brought you the news about how the Yorubas are helping themselves in this government, because Nigeria all turn. So this is the turn of the Yorubas. Also have done their own. It's time for the Yorubas to enrich themselves and family. Are we in this whole thing? Absolutely nowhere to be found. And of course, we talked about how they stole 585 million naira by Tinubu's own personal minister called Better Edu. She transferred such amount of money into a personal account of her families and friends. She transferred the money to one Onielu Bridget Bojisola, and that is history. It is gone. And also we brought you the news about how they are busy discovering mineral resources in their own land and make it untouchable for our people, while they are busy stealing the only one we have in our own land. Now we come to the last one, and I want you to pay close attention to this one. It's very interesting. In a Nigerian style, the zoo style, it said Kano police invite 52 criminal arrowheads for dialogue. This is the zoo. They invited 52 criminal arrowhead for dialogue while they are detaining my leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for absolutely nothing. And they are inviting criminals. They're even giving some of them, police uniform. Some they are giving army uniform. My goodness me. Just like our brother has said, that even the vice president of the zoo is a sponsor of terrorism, sponsor of Boko Haram, and he is. What am I talking about? Even their father, Buhari, has even ruled the country. It is indeed a country of terrorism. So let's go to this news. Kano police invites 52 criminal arrowheads for dialogue. The police command in Kano State on Saturday arrowhead for dialogue. But if it's in the southeast, they shoot to kill. They shoot aside. No chance for any Biafran child. If they spotted you, you belong to ESN or you belong to IPOB, you are dead. But here in the south, and in the south, and of course in the north, they are inviting criminals to sit around and dialogue with criminals, but they cannot dialogue with IPOB. That shows you how much they hate you and how little and worthless they think of you Biafrans. But as one on your so we continue. The police command in Kano State on Saturday said it had invited 52 suspected criminals Arrowhead for dialogue in Kiru local government area of the state. This is contained in by the command public relation officer SP Abdullahi Kiyawa in Kano on Saturday. According to the statement, the police commissioner, Mr. Hussein Gomel, disclosed this at a meeting with the Kwana Goro community in Kiru local government area. He appealed to critical stakeholders to intensify effort. Who are the stakeholders? Criminals. And he is appealing to them to intensify effort in collaborating with the police to enhance the security. You are calling criminals to help you with security. That is unbelievable. He called on the community to work with the police to carefully profile the 52 suspected criminal Arrowhead living in the surrounding areas. He noted that so far 52 suspected criminals has been identified as being behind the increase of insecurity and related area, and the best thing to do is to call them on a roundtable meeting, have lunch, have dinner, have supper with them, and let money go around. This is how they roll, the zoo style. Mazi, you have heard it yourself. Please help me unpack this because in Kakarelem.
Mazi, I am clapping for them. When I started this, I equally mentioned, I mentioned it initially. They go to the southeast and they slaughter people, and with impunity. The police will tell you there is nothing you can do, will kill you, and nothing will come out of it. Go to the southeast, you see a lot of our brothers in prison. They didn't do anything, but they're in prison just because they have been labeled an IPOB member. And by the way, IPOB is not a terrorist organization because now already proven it. And till today, they just catch you, they do anything you like. If you talk too much, they tell you are ESM member. And knowing fully well that there's nothing you can do, you start begging. From begging, they give you bill of how much you're going to pay. But look now, the other day I saw a normal man fighting an army officer, a northerner fighting an army officer. If you try that in the East, they will kill you immediately without wasting time. It's only in the East. Only in the East. That is where they do their nonsense and get. Politicians are all bought off. Our politicians are all evildoers. If they are not evildoers, exceptions, just few, or maybe 2, 3, 4 of them. Because of the kind of pressure, the kind of things they've done to Enyinaya very big. I believe that's the reason why Enyinaya is not even talking anymore the way he used to talk. So it is very, very appalling. Now they are inviting criminals. It's not today now. Is it not army officers and politicians will go to the den of Boko Haram and Fulani criminals, bandits, and the rest of them, and go there, they negotiate. When you talk, they will tell you that they are our brother. They cannot hide it away. They will tell you, pump and plain, that they are our misguided. After all, Buhari called them our misguided brothers.
Absolutely.
So at the end of the day, you see, we are the greatest. Not all of us, because I take offense when people say we collectively, I really take offense. Our politicians, some of our politicians are the greatest enemy of our own people. Some of them. If I envelope every one of them into one particular envelope, it will mean that every one of them are evil. Well, I know there is some few of them that are talking and came out and stood their ground against what is going on. But what we're saying is that they don't let them not push us to, because it's much as possible to plead. We are trying, if we say we are trying to, but no, we have to fight for our dear life. We will have to fight for our dear life. If they can carry bandits, Boko Haram member, put them into army, put them into police, give them uniform, and they become. That was one that cannot even salute. Not even salute. Years back.
All right, reconnecting, and of course, is the network issue, and I'm waiting for our brother to rejoin us back. You are still tuned to Biafra Radio, and of course, it is late night with Barrister Ikechukwu Onuoha, and of course, joining me this evening is Ichie Eziokwu. Ichie Eziokwu, of course, he is the IPOB regional coordinator in the USA, and he is back again. Welcome back, Mazi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Not a problem.
As usual. Yeah. So when I traveled home and I was coming back, I noticed that the immigration guy that was attending to me was not speaking English. In fact, there was somebody at his back, another Fulani guy that was at his back, speaking Fulani to him, telling him what to do. I just shook my head. This is kind of things we are seeing. And this is kind of things we continue to see. And no correction is being done. The country is in a mess. We say, let us go. They say no. Let us be. They say no. How else do you want us to do it? I appeal one day.
Of course,
one
absolutely.
Day, because you cannot continue like this. You cannot continue like this. You cannot beat a baby and tell a baby not to cry. You can't be steadily beating that baby and tell the baby not to cry. When you're beating and you're telling him not to cry, the baby will be shouting because you're inflicting pains on that baby. Mazi, it is terrible what is going on in this country called Nigeria, or called the country called Nigeria. They don't just leave us alone and let us be. They say no. But they will continue to kill our own people. Send the army and the rest of them to go and bomb our villages. And leaving bandits alone. Same bandits. Now they're same bandits. They are calling a police. They are, I clap for them. They are not calling them to make peace.
For a meeting.
To make peace. Call them to a meeting. Let us make peace. But the greatest one that is going to keep peace, to releasing our leader, Mazi Khan, they are not doing. So who is really fooling who in this country? Our people are the greatest. Our people are the greatest fools, the one that they are fooling.
They really.
It is on the high side. Our politicians are not, in fact, we're in a major problem. The major problem of our people are the politicians. And Ndo Hanese. I thought they have changed, not knowing they've not changed. They've not changed, rather. I thought they've changed because Ohanese, if you see, most of these people, if their hands are not soiled, if they come out and speak, let's say Ohanese now, if they come out and speak, once their hands are not soiled, they come out and speak. They know what to say, and they know our people will back them fully. They know that the youth will back them fully. Once you're speaking once you're saying the right thing, and once you're speaking out the right thing. But waiting, no way, because they've all taken a winja. They've taken money. They've taken contracts which they did not execute. One person can, if the way Mazebin Enyinayabaribe was speaking out, and some others we joined him as they spoke out, and I mean, if they were like 50 of them that were speaking, do you think we will keep having all these problems? Of course, no. It's because when one person is speaking, even if you will see inside those politicians, their brothers will come and be telling him, "Nah, Ikechukwu, you're trying to put a sign inside our carry. Let him be there. Let him do this one. Let him do this one." Same our so-called brothers. But Akaye Bifanchani Nenani. Anybody that does not want our leader to be released, he will die.
You see?
Anybody that does not want good thing for our people, that person will die.
You see?
Because we are not suffering for no good reason. We are suffering to make sure. You see, some of us are working hard to make something work for our people. No matter the kind of money we have, we still bring out that money to help our people. But some people are there throwing around money, but we work so hard. That little that we have, we put it into the struggle. It is unfortunate that our people does not know they don't even have their priorities straight. Because if they do, by now, things will be a different thing altogether. Maz, let me digress a little bit.
Go ahead, please.
Please. You see, and I will keep saying this. Some people will come, they will say, Mazi said we should follow DOS. Some people will come, they will say without DOS, they are not going to do anything. And I ask, is it not the same our leader that says that you should be paying to Madam Nenea's coffers? I told my people in the US, our people, that anytime Mazi comes out and says that Madam Nenea is not the right person, that he expected us to pay money into where or the account he sees or she sees, I will refund the money to them. That was what I told them. It is unfortunate that 2015, there's some people that's with us in 2015 that knew what happened in 2015. And unfortunately, those same people that knew what happened on 2015 is falling the victim of that 2015 again. They are falling that victim again. Now, when you talk to them, I don't know if some of them are afraid of losing their post. Post to, I don't know. Mazi, I told you, I explain some certain things to you.
Absolutely.
I was feeling pain when I was explaining those things. It's not because of anything. The reason why I was feeling those pain is not because of my post or anything. But the reason why I was explaining that thing was that people that Onyendu trusted are beginning to betray Onyendu. And I saw that same thing that happened way back coming to light again. Unfortunately for us, then we had deputy, but now we don't have deputy. That is why they can now do whatever they like, maneuver and lie as Let me. On the 30th of April, we had a meeting, and on that 30th of April, they thought that day I was coming there to come and maybe disrupt what they were doing and all those on that day I was coming to disrupt the meeting. No. What I told Chike that day was that so far you guys, because you guys are saying that you guys are listening to Onyendu, doing what Onyendu wants you to do. Problem with that. But I'm trying to let you understand this. That is better for you guys to retrace your step and do the right thing. A lot of people were there. Just do the right thing. That is what I want you guys to do. And you will see me following your instruction. But whereby you don't follow the instruction of Onyendu, I can't do anything. I don't have anything to do with you because I know what has gone wrong in 2015. And I see it and see it playing again. I felt so much pain that time that a whole Onyendu will speak. And they will throw Onyendu's word into the dustbin. They want to do. If it doesn't suit me, I don't do it. It is not in your power. I repeat.
All right, there we go again. And of course, it is still the network problem, but we are reconnecting. Mazi, all right, let me get him back again because we definitely have to finish this program the way it should be finished. But then again, the network persists. Mazi, I don't know if you can hear me. All right, it is still Biafra Radio, of course, summarizing this program, and our brother is still talking to us, bringing this program to an end, but we are having a network connection problem. And I think I need to do something about this because we have less than 10 to 15 minutes to finish this program. Mazi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Please go ahead. I know it's the network problem.
Yes. And that person is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, who is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I keep saying this without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, nothing can happen. No matter who you are, don't think you're indispensable. We are all indispensable. We are all indispensable. But it's only Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that is indispensable in this in this struggle. We are nothing in this struggle apart from Mazen and the Kanu. So when you're bugaing, carrying yourself around and thinking that you're something, you're nothing, you're nobody. Without Nnamdi Kanu, you're nobody. Without this struggle, you're nobody. And that's the reason why you should do the right thing. And stop deceiving our people. And do the right thing. They say they have their records. Because the day we were having a meeting, they say they have their own records. So those records they have, I hope they have their own. Because Nkembo show me. Because I told them anything that we're doing, anything I'm doing with you guys, make sure you record it. Because of tomorrow. Because I know you people are bloody liars. So Mazi, let me leave it here.
All right.
Because it's a painful situation when people that is supposed to do the right thing are not doing the right thing. It's just unfortunate.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Mazi. Mazi, before I let you go, I want you to give us your parting shot. And then, of course, I will let you go and start to summarize this program. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, Mazi. Humanity is listening. Go ahead, please.
I say to all Biafrans, be patient. Chinchis no wow me asefa na fanwo obiuma na ife joku yemesia juo oyi. But I will still want you to use your number 6. Use your number 6. If Onyendu has told you to pay money into the coffers of where Madanaya can see, and you're going to go give people money, there is no accountability. KNS said this thing. Because there was no accountability. There was no accountability. That was the only reason why they got offended. Because they wanted to be getting 14 million. And you don't account for 40 million, and you want 40 million. Every time they call, they carry 40 million and give it to you. Without accounting for the money, without even going to your leader. Your leader, it is people's money, not your own money. It is people's money. They work hard for this money. And because our people work hard for this money, some of them, if you know the kind of work some of them do to make sure that this money is being utilized very well, you will understand the fact that you cannot just take money, blood money for that matter, away from our people and divert it somewhere else. All the money you've diverted, all the money you've taken, what have you done with it? Why is it that Madam Nene is not seeing what you guys had? Why is it that you guys have tried as much as possible to cut finance from our leader? You know, without these few people, great Biafrans. You know, Mazi, you see, this is the time I now understand what Onyendu said. That he needs only 100 men. 100 men. 100 people. This is like that. Because if there is if there's no if there was none of these fine, gentle, and wonderful Biafran women, Onyendu would have been in a very big mess. Onyendu would have been in a very big mess in the situation whereby if Onyendu say bring so and so amount of money, they wouldn't. Onyendu would be starved of fund, and this is what these idiots wanted to do. But unfortunately, that was the reason why they said the one that keep his teeth like a gorilla teeth, and the idiot that is in South Africa, and the rest of them, their media warriors, said they were all saying the same thing. Remember, they said that they do their meeting and they had been told what to say. So if they are being told what to say, that is when all of them were now singing the same song, that if Onyendu does not comply with US, Nedugike, Onyendu yabi comply with you. Onyekebu, who are you? You're nobody. Onyendu will have to comply with them. Or instead, Onyendu should come out from the prison where he is and come and implement the memo Onyendu has given to you people to do. December last, 2022. Yeah. December 15, 2022 memo that Onyendu gave out for you guys to implement. They have to now make it a topic of discussion. Our own leader, they made his memo a topic of discussion in social media. What a disgrace. What an insult. And they opened their lousy mouth and said that when Onyendu comes out, or let Onyendu come and implement those things. It's unfortunate that Biafrans do not know what is going on. If they do, when they are in Inando, when they are pianando, what these guys have done, let me leave it at this. When I speak, I get so angry because I understand what me and these guys have gone through, what I've told them, not face to face, on when we are doing our meeting. I know what I've told them. I have no cause to lie to anybody. I have no reason to lie to anybody. I'm in this struggle because of one thing. Not because of the Onyendu I heard from Onyendu. I have said this thing so many times. I'm in this struggle because the Almighty called me into this struggle. And I had the dreams I had before I got into this struggle. After all, Mosop was doing their own as at the time they were doing it. And God told me it was not time yet. Before I had the dream I had, before then I've been telling my wife that she shouldn't be surprised if I go to CNN and go there and stand there and start demonstrating for our people to be released. To be sincere with you, and Mazi, I've not started hearing from Mazi as at that time. There was this Radio Biafra, this guy that has good, crazy voice I was listening to way back then. So my brother, you see, it is a painful situation that we're in. The people that are supposed to make things right are not making things right. That is why we're in this mess that we are. Because if they were making things right, we will not be in this mess. We will not be in this mess. People should ask them questions. People should be asking questions. Now I don't know how to do. Ask question. You know, you said it's my pattern.
Yeah, parting shots.
But unfortunately, this has to be said. You know, it has to be said. Because ekwuru mere ọnụ. Anụrụ anụ mere ntị. They will not say I did not say or I did not speak. It is left for you to ask question. Okay, what is the problem with you people? What is the problem? Why can't we pay into the coffers of Madam Nenaya? Where Madam Nenaya, we are going to have said that Madam Nenaya is the only place we can pay money to is where Madam Nenaya is. Why are you people coming here to change this thing overnight? They don't ask question. Obolo just follow. There is a level of follow you can do when the right thing is being done. With it. After all, I was telling our people that the only way you can do anything is Wasalu Biafra as at that time. That time is whatever you're told, do it. If I sing him, you don't come here and be asking us stupid question. But unfortunately, when Onyendu is involved and the right thing is not done, my brother, I am not going to do anything that you say I should do. So people should ask questions. People should think. What are they doing with it? Why is it that they are not paying it into, like Ichie Dosen said, I will pay this money in, I will not pay it in because I don't like Madam Chinye. I will pay it into Germany's account. Why is it that Chike Dosen has not paid that money into Germany's account till today? Why is it that they've sent message to Collins for Collins to go and close down the account that our general account, our more or less like our central bank account, because again, they want to take over the finance. They want to take over the finance. So, Mark, let me leave it here because
thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much for your time, Mazi. We really appreciate it. And of course, looking forward hosting you next time. Good night, Mazi, and God bless you.
Good night, my brother, and God bless the whole Biafrans.
Thank you very much. All right. So there you have it. And that is Mazi Ichie Eziokwu, all the way from the United States of America. And of course, this is where we are going to leave it. We are going to bring this program to an end. And of course, I want to thank my brother Mazi George Ume to ensure that what we are doing is going seamlessly. And of course, I say thank you very much, Mazi Ume. And of course, thank you, Mazi Eziokwu, for coming up, irrespective of the time difference. You know, he was able to join us. And I thank you, great Biafrans, who are also, made time to listen to us this evening. But of course, before I go, I would like to leave you with this. In Congress, July the 4th, 1776, the unanimous declaration of the 13 United States of America, when in the course of human events, it becomes necessary for one people to dissolve the political bands which have connected them with another, and to assume among the powers of the earth the separate and equal station to which the laws of nature and of nature's God entitled them. A decent respect to the opinions of mankind requires that they should declare the causes which impel them to the separation. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure this right, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just power from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to effect their safety and happiness. Prudence, indeed, will dictate that government long established should not be changed for light and for transient causes. And accordingly, all experience had shown that mankind are more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Such has been the patent sufferance of these colonies, and such is now the necessity which constrains them to alter their former systems of government. The history of the present King of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpation, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To provide this, let facts be submitted to a candid word. And this is the Declaration of Independence of the 13 colonies of the United States of America. And on this note, we'll bring this program to an end. And we say, may God bless Biafra. May God bless all men of good wills. May God bless our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But most importantly, may God keep him and protect him. Give him strength. Give him health, good health for that matter. And of course, the freedom that he so much desire and deserve. And I say, may God bless the land of the rising sun. From me, and of course from here, it is goodbye. And God bless Biafra. And I will see you too. Bye.
Give me freedom, give me Biafra. Give me freedom, give me Biafra. You are the people who great nation. You are the people with humanity. We are the best all over the world now. We are the champion all over the places. We want no war, only we need freedom. We keep moving, no going back. Let's join our hands together, move it all. Biafra is the land of promise. Yeah. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. All we want is our freedom. All we ask for is our freedom. We are not here to fight anyone. We are not here to quarrel anyone. We have come to collect what belongs to us. All we need is our freedom. And no one can stop us. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. Wave your flag, wave your flag. Our Biafra flag. with great nation. All we want is our freedom. No one can stop us. Let's keep on playing for freedom.